Courtesy of rcmoment.com, they were nice enough to send me out the brand new MJX Bugs B3 Mini. Now, before I go any further, they were nice enough also to send out discount codes. You can get $27 off the quadcopter itself, or 10% off anything that you buy from their store if you check the links in the description below. Now, before I go any further, you do get a manual with it. That big bad bugs, look at that. But I'm afraid you don't get any bug stickers, and I really like those bug stickers that you get. The manual's quite straightforward. It tells you everything that you need to know. Everything in plain English. No Chinese whatsoever, and I don't think you'll have any problems with it at all. It's a line of sight, ready to fly racing quadcopter, and it comes with a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. You can fly it in angle mode or acro mode, but I only flew it in angle mode at the moment because you can attach a camera to this, and I'll show you that shortly. And the camera where you can attach it to is at the front here. It's got a LED light at the front, and we'll take the canopy off shortly and you'll see how that works. You also get LED light underneath, white at the front and blue at the back for orientation, so it's a really good, nice nighttime quadcopter to fly out when it starts getting dark. Now, the propellers themselves, you get a spare set, of course. You get a spare set of propellers, and you'll be wondering, why do I have a white propeller on here? And where did I get it from? Well, this is a Rodeo 150 prop. It's the exact same length and it's the exact same width. So if you need extra props and you can't find any of the Bugs props, get the Rodeo 150. The length of the props are 94 millimeters and the weight of them is 2 grams. And like I said, they're both exactly the same. And like I said again, I'm screwing on the wrong way. There you go. And you also get a nice little prop tool, so you can just put it on your motor like that and tighten it. Just don't over tighten your propellers when you're putting them on. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the stock one back on when I twist it the right way. It does tell you on top what way is the right way to twist it on. And like I said, don't put it on too tightly. As you can see here, it shows you how to unlock and lock it. And also on the arms, you can see it is marked. What's that got on it? It's got an A on it. It says A right there. And on the opposite one, it says B. Then you'll know where to put your prop. You also get a set of prop guards, which is really, really good. And they just slide in at the side underneath the motors themselves, like so. If you want to fly it inside the house, it just makes the quadcopter a little bit bigger, but not that much. And I must admit, the quad itself is really, really, really quiet, even in high rate mode, because you do get 2 rates. You get a low rate and a high rate. You get a screwdriver so you can unscrew the top parts here, and obviously if anything else goes wrong. And your battery here at the back, it's a proprietary battery. It's a 2cell 7.4 volt 850 milliamp 45C LiPo battery, and you can see those pins there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to be modding that as well, because I do have the Rodeo 150 and I also have the Rodeo 110, and this really puts me in mind of a bit of both of them. The landing legs, the motor, the props, everything kind of puts me in mind of it. When I was flying it outside the back area, it just felt really similar. And what I'm going to do, this battery slides in here perfectly. Look at that, the way that fits in there at the back. That's a 850 milliamp Nanotech battery 2 cell. and that's not going to come off. But when I do mod it as well, I'm going to put a little bit of Velcro just down here and down there and strap it around there so it'll hold the battery in and it won't fall out. Obviously I will fix the cables up and tidy them. I'll take the hood of the quadcopter off so you can see what's underneath it shortly, but before then you also get a USB charger to charge the battery up, and it comes in 2 pieces. It's quite awkward if you ask me. These bits are quite jaggy, so be careful. You plug it in just like that, so that's your main USB charging bit. It says for a 2-cell LiPo right there, and then you just slide it onto the battery like so. Just be very careful with it. Plug it into your computer. It takes quite a long time to charge up, over an hour, about an hour and a half. My recommendation would modify it as quickly as possible. But if you can't do that, then obviously you'll just need to wait, and all you do is slide it off when it's fully charged. Unplug it first, then slide it off when it's fully charged. Now, like I said, you get that prop tool with the quadcopter as well, but I've got plenty of these Rodeo 150 propellers lying about, so I'm a very, very lucky guy. Now I can put white ones on or black ones on. Now, the weight of the stock battery is 56 grams, but the weight of the nanotech battery is 49 grams. It's a lot lighter, and the length of the battery is 54 millimeters, the width of the battery is 29 millimeters, and the thickness of the battery, including the little bit of Velcro that you can see here, is 17 millimeters. Now let's go over to the quadcopter. It's 180 millimeters roughly from motor shaft to motor shaft, and I would be very careful because these legs feel very flexible, and they could, and more than likely, snap off in a crash. I do believe those will be the first things that will break, and the landing gear itself. The weight of the quadcopter is 126 grams, and that is without the battery. We have brushless motors here. They're 1306 motors to 750 kilovolts. And they are very, very powerful indeed on this quadcopter because it's very light. When you put it in high rate mode, it is a lot of fun. I had great fun out in the back, but I don't know what was going on every now and again. I don't know if it was the wind or the way I was turning the quadcopter, it would kind of dip, or it was like a little wobble somewhere. I don't know I doubt it was the propellers. Could have been the wind. It might have been one of the motors. I really don't know. Maybe the board is a bit loose. I'm not quite sure. And also where the battery plugs in at the back, as you can see there, it's got a little battery cap. You can cover that up and just slot your proprietary battery back in like that, and it won't be hitting those terminals. But it does clip in. It's a nice, neat little clip in. I'll show you how that all goes in a second, because just now we're going to get round to the transmitter. Now the transmitter itself is quite nice. It's 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, and these are fake antennas, believe it or not. They're not real, so you can just keep them down and out of the way. It also has a little rubber bit here. I think that may be for a monitor or something. When it looks like they want to upgrade this quadcopter and put a camera on it and maybe attach a monitor here, because you also have a scroll wheel here that does not work. You have the L2 button that does not work. The L1 button here, that's for flips, and the way you flip it is, it's funny. I was pressing the L1 button and moving the stick to flip, and it wouldn't flip. And I was going, what's going on? You don't do that. You press and hold the L1 button, and it will flip, and it will flip, and it will flip. It will continue to flip. It's absolutely crazy indeed. Now this is to turn the lights on and off, and that's not the main front LED lights. That's the LED lights underneath the quadcopter. And this is to bind your quadcopter to the transmitter, also to lock and unlock the motors. And the way you bind it to the quadcopter is you just press the button in and turn the transmitter on. You'll hear the transmitter beeping, plug in your battery, leave it on a flat surface, the LEDs will start flashing, then they'll stop flashing, and that'll be you totally bound up. Now, let's go over the rest. You've got your low and high rate. That's for your low rate and high rate, obviously. Take a picture, you can't do that. This is for angle mode. You have to have the quadcopter unarmed and on the ground to be in angle mode. Then you'll need to stop when you're flying. If you want to fly in acro mode, you'll need to land it. Turn off the motor, switch into number 2, then arm the motor back up, and that's you in acro mode. The other ones are your trim buttons, your on and off button here, and you can see you've got a red bar there, and that red bar is letting you know how much battery life is left in the transmitter itself. The transmitter will start beeping if the quadcopter is losing a little bit of signal. It'll also start beeping if the battery is low, so that's really good. The quad beeps and the transmitter beeps, so that's great. If you lose it in the field, you'll be able to find it. Excellent idea, really, really good. The range is about 200 meters. I've not tested that yet. That's basically everything for the transmitter. It's quite simple. 4 AA batteries at the back, and that's your transmitter. It's nice, it feels good in the hand. The only thing for me is that little button at the back. It's just a wee bit too far away from my small hands when my thumb's there. If you can see, I'm really stretching over there to reach that button. But it was a whole lot of fun flying out the back area. Now I've just took the top off. You just pop it off quickly here. As you can see, there is the buzzer. And here is where the main LED light goes in there. You can see it says FPV, and that's where we will be plugging in the camera. The antennas here, as you can see, you could pop that up and it might be able to give you better range out of the quadcopter. Just make a little hole on top of the canopy. It's a 4-in-1 ESC. With your wires running down obviously into the motors. And if you look here, very interesting indeed, you'll see positive on the left and negative here. So that's telling you what's coming out of the battery. That's where I'll know where to solder my wires, because I'm going to be using an XT30 connector. I'll be hooking that up. So stay tuned. My battery's running low on the camera as we speak. I'm trying to get through this really, really quick. I'll be hooking up battery wires to there and putting a camera here. It'll be a CCD camera, maybe we'll see, in a different VTX, maybe a 200 milliwatt VTX. I'll think about what I'm going to put on there. Now just quickly, as that's off and my battery's running out on my camera, I'm going to turn the transmitter on and I'm going to plug the quadcopter on and just let it sit there and bind up quickly. There you go, that's it bound up. Move that out of the way, move that out of the way, and that. And like I said to you before, if you want to arm the quadcopter, you just press the button one time. That's it armed. And if you want to stop it, you press and you hold the button, and that's it. That's you stop the quadcopter. But hopefully I've went over everything. Sorry, I've had to be in a hurry. I'm looking at my camera right now and the light is flashing away. You can see these wires here. Maybe this is good. There's very, very thin wires right here. Can you see them? Now be careful when you're putting the canopy back on. Maybe you might snip one of them, and this is what's causing that problem when I said the quadcopter dips down a little bit. It does a little shake. I'm not quite sure, but I'll keep you posted on that. Apart from that, this is an amazing quadcopter. It flies great. I had a ball with it. I was like, full throttle, excellent. And it flips, and it flips, and it flips. And now that I know you can mod it, you know me, when it came to the Rodeo 150 and the Rodeo 110, if you check my channel out, I did a lot of modifications and first thing is that camera and that battery is getting done straight away. All I can say for now before my battery is fully done is, oops, let me show you how the battery comes out. The quickest way I get the battery out is turn upside down, push down on the little clip, pull the battery out, and that's you done. You'll hear the transmitter beating away because it's lost signal with the quadcopter, and that's it. I'll just turn that off. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for your discount code. $27 off the quadcopter, 10% discount off anything you buy from rcmoment.com. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, my friends, enjoy the video and happy flying. Right, okay, there's one more thing I forgot to show you, and that is the gyro calibration. It tells you in the manual, if you think if it's drifting, just push both sticks down to the corner like so. You'll see the light flashing under the quadcopter, and when it's done, that's the gyro calibrated, and hopefully it shouldn't drift. If it does, just use your trim buttons and that should be you. Calibrate gyro, that's the light flashing. Off we go. There's a slight breeze from the left to the right. Today it's a wee bit windier than yesterday, and we'll leave the lights on since it's getting just a little bit darker. Like I said, we're in low rate at the moment. It's a great flyer in low rate, but what I'm going to do is just bring it back. I don't like having to move my finger off the sticks when I'm changing rates. Right, that should be in high rate, I do believe. No, we're not yet. No, that's us in high rate now. Yep. Oh, you see when you do that, look at that. Did you see that wobble there? That happened to me yesterday as well. I don't know why that happens. So we're in high rate at the moment. Let's try some flips out. Oh, lovely flip, excellent flip. Let's try that again. Those flips are so tight and so fast. Look at them, check this out. And bring it up. It's a lovely quadcopter for flying out your back area or in the field. Yeah, it's got a little wobble again. I don't know what that is. I really don't. Do some more flips. Does lose a little bit of altitude. You'll need to pop up the throttle a little bit when you're doing those flips. You can keep it in position if you want to. Go for a punch up here. Great flyer. It'd make for a nice nighttime flyer as well. Let me see if I can capture it in this cam. Flip. It'll constantly flip. Whoa. As long as you keep a little bit of altitude. That is crazy. And the yaw on high rate, fast enough. Bring it back so you can see it a little better. I think the wind is really making a difference to the way it's flying at the moment, because the wind is pushing over to the left, I mean right, sorry. Look at the pitch on that. Crazy. It's a lovely quadcopter. Now don't forget, I will be putting those Rodeo 150 props on. And the camera, I'll be putting a camera on, I'm not sure what one yet. It's an excellent quadcopter, it really is. But it does have a wobble, I don't know what's causing it to do that. I really don't. I do believe it's the wind. I really do. Funnels. Fortunately enough, we've got those lights so we know what way we're facing. This thing is crazy fast, as you can see. Excellent. Remember, it does have that buzzer, so whoa, yeah. Is that the light flashing already? We're out of battery. Oh, we are as well. I was just having fun there. No. Oh well, it's probably because it's quite cold today, so I would expect that's why. But there you go, there's the maiden flight of the Bugs Mini. Well, the Bugs Mini B3. Excellent quadcopter indeed. What a great quad. Look forward to more videos on modifications with me putting a micro FPV camera on and that battery mod as well. Don't forget about that.